What is up, everybody? In today's video, we are going to be going over 10 Winston initiation tips and tricks. The first tip is to utilize your movement keys to perfectly land on the enemy and maximize that 45 damage from leap. You do this by holding the forwards or backwards movement keys to adjust how far you go. Holding down the backwards key a longer amount of time will make your jumps a lot shorter, and holding down the forward key while leaping will make your leaps a lot longer. As you can see in this example, just a few meters away essentially halves the damage done, so you want to try to be as accurate as possible when you land. You can hold down jump during and after leap to get a little extra distance. This is great when you're trying to travel a long distance very quickly. Contrary to what you might think, leap should also be used for chasing and escaping rather than just diving straight into the enemy team as we see right here. Leaping into the enemy team uses up your main escape tool for a whole 5 to 6 seconds, in which the enemy team can focus you and you will probably die. Let's compare that to this situation where you use leap to get to a favorable position, usually high ground, wait for your cooldowns to reset, and then drop on the enemy team. Depending how the battle goes, you will be able to either leap away to safety or chase down an enemy hero. All that being said, there's a lot more that goes into this decision-making process, and I plan to go over this in a more detailed video guide in the future. Instead of aiming your cannon directly at the target, utilize Tesla Cannon's horizontal cleave to damage multiple enemies who are side by side by aiming right between them. As you can see here, the cleave is a lot more wider than you would initially think. You can press the melee button right before you land on the enemy with your leap to animation cancel the melee attack. This allows you to deal damage in a shorter period of time and take off about 75 damage almost immediately. Use your melee punch right before an enemy is about to die, which is about 1 bar of damage. This will save about 1 second of killing time and also ammo for your Tesla cannon. Against armor, you want to weave in your melee attacks in between your Tesla cannon to maximize your damage per second. I'm not going to get into the mathematical calculations, but basically armor negates less damage from the melee attacks compared with your Tesla because of the number of damage ticks. You can also see the impact it has by taking a look at this slightly exaggerated comparison. For some heroes who can interrupt your initiation with abilities, it's helpful to use your bubble slightly before you land in order to place the shield right in front of you to block their ability. This also allows you to shield dance a lot easier, keeping the shield between your enemy and yourself, since you are closer to the left and right edges of your shield. You can avoid critical headshots by turning away when you are leaping towards a Widow, Ashe, or Hanzo. Primal Rage resets your cooldowns immediately and also after its duration, so if you're chasing someone, you can primal for an extra leap. This is especially useful when you're trying to go for a last hit on a weak hero that has an escape ability after you initially leap towards them. If you leap right before your Primal Rage ends, your cooldowns are also reset and you can also leap one more time. Hopefully you learned a few things you didn't before. I know there are probably more tips or tricks that I didn't cover, so I'd love to hear it in the comments below. Thanks again for watching and stay tuned for the next video.